By now, you probably will have heard the news that Sports Interactive have taken the decision to delay the release of Football Manager 25 till March 2025. That delay came on the back of us getting a pretty blank roadmap. They opened the pre-orders for us, and they even teased us with a November the 26th release date. With that November 26th release date now not happening, it leaves us diehard fans who wanted to get our hands on the new Unity engine game with a big gap in our schedule. One of the things that we can do is look back to Football Manager 2024, and thanks to the vast amount of members in the FM community, we can download some mods to bring our game right up to the present day. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get transfers up to date, leagues that will have correct promotions and relegations, and I will even show you a method that you can get the game to start on the 1st of July 2024. Before I get into that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, now is my time to ask you to do so. I am on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and I would love it if you could come along for the journey as we head towards FM25. Before I get into the method, there is one other thing that I need to say, and it's a small disclaimer before we get into the method. This method to get your game up to date is not free. I've had to purchase some of the files and I'm not allowed to redistribute them. So if you want to follow the steps, you will have to pay a small fee to Cultured Left Foot or anything to do with FMRTE. And I've also used the work of Sortitoutsi. I've put their 2 packs together and I'm going to get you as up to date as you can. If you're still with me and you are willing to pay for the files, continue to watch the video. Unfortunately, if you want something for nothing, this is where you're going to have to jump off, because there will be nothing you can do without buying a license for FMRTE or signing up for Sortitoutsi. So for step number 1, the first thing to do is go to the description of this video and click on link number 1 in that description. That link will bring you through to this website. This is FMRTE24, and this is the website that you will need to make a one-off payment to be able to access some of the files to bring the game up to the current season. So the first thing to show you is the pricing tab. If we scroll down, we can show you that it's $6.99 for a one-off payment. And for that, you actually get a piece of software called FMRTE, and that's a real-time editor for Football Manager 2024, which means that you can actually load up your games and you can edit things such as players, clubs, competitions, freeze attributes, you can remove injuries, you can have control over transfers, there's mass edit feature, and it's a powerful search filter. So for $6.99 you will get all of that, plus you get access to the forums where you can download the files that we are going to need to bring your game up to date. Once you have chosen what you want to subscribe to, go over to the top at the right hand side, it will say sign up. You fill the boxes in, and once you've made your payment, you'll want to go back to the description and get ready for step number 2. For step number 2, we are going back to the description of this video and clicking on link number 2. Once you've set yourself up on FMRTE and you have access to the forums, you will land on this page here. Now at this point, I have to give a massive shout out to Cultured Left Foot. You can see their hard work has gone into this, and we are now going to download a file that will give you a custom start date for Football Manager 2024. And these custom start dates can start in June, July, August, September or October. There is even one that goes as far as 10 years in advance. Once we're on this page, we're going to click download this file, and you can see here there are a range of dates that you can pick. For the purposes of this video, we are just going to download the July 2024 ones. Click download, that will start in the top right hand corner, and once it's finished, we will go on to step number 3. For step number 3, once again, it's back to the description of this video, and we are clicking on link number 3. Link number 3 will bring you back to FMRTE, and this time it will bring you to another page that has been set up by Cultured Left Foot, and this is the real result and up-to-date leagues for FM24. Now, all of these are results that would have happened at the end of the 23-24 season in real life. So you can see, going through the categories here, there is Serie A and B, there are the Spanish top 3 flights, there is France Ligue 1, there's Germany's top 3 leagues, there is England fixtures and results to level 5. So if we click on that, it will then take us to another page where we can download the file. Click on download this file and it will begin. You can just go back, you can click on any of the ones you want. So Spanish, for example, download this file too. Go back to the top and we'll click Italian, Serie A and B just for this video. So you can see here now we have 3 lots of real fixtures and real tables all downloaded. Right, it's on to step number 4. For step number 4, once again, you guessed it, there is a link in the description. Click on link number 4 and it will bring you to the Sortitoutsi website. A big shout out to Sortitoutsi. They are one of the best websites in the community. They provide loads of downloads for FM24 and they have one of the core components of this data update. So as you can see here, we are on the website and it says update FM24. It's a simple one for this. Now, if you are coming to Sortitoutsi for the first time, you will have to set up an account with them. It is free to do, and once you have set it up, the simple thing to do here is just hit download FM24 data update, and as you can see already, the download will start, and once it's ready, we'll show you what to do for step number 5. For step number 5, we need to locate the files that we have just downloaded. For me, I work with the default downloads folder, so that's what you can see on the screen. If you've changed that to a custom path, simply go to that path and locate the files. The first thing that we need to do is unpack this Sortitoutsi data update. So for me, I can just right click and go to extract all on Windows 11 and that will go through the process. You may need WinRAR, iZark or 7-zip to assist you with this step, but if you're on Windows 11 and you've got extract all, hit that button, you'll get a pop-up, hit extract, you'll get another pop-up. We can just close that for now. The next thing to do is bring up another window. So you will now need to go to your name, Documents, Sports Interactive, Football Manager 2024, Editor Data. Now the first thing to do is get all of the files that are outside of folders. So for us it's 4 files here that have white paper next to them. I'm going to click and drag them across into the Editor Data folder. Once that have gone into there, we're going to go back across to the Sortitoutsi data update. Double click that, go into Football Manager 2024 and go to Editor Data. Now this is the part where you need to pay attention carefully. Sortitoutsi have built this to be a standalone data update. But what we're going to do is take the best bits of this and add them to what we have already put into the Editor Data folder. So we aren't going to take any of the leagues. The things that we need are club finances, contract changes, we need Europe, we need international changes, we need remove bans, remove injuries, remove media predictions. We also need transfer clauses, transfer value and changes. Once you have all of those highlighted, we can click those and drag them across into the Editor Data and it will go alongside all of the other ones that we have now added. Once those are all inside of the Editor Data folder, it's time to fire up Football Manager and I'll show you exactly what to do to get a 24-25 season start date. For step number 6, you should now have Football Manager 2024 up and running. We are going to go ahead and click Start New Game. We're going to go into Career. We are then going to the top right corner where it says Database 24.3.0 Update and click the little down arrow. From there you will see all of the files that we put into the Editor Data folder and all 14 should be enabled. If they are, click Confirm and then we click Choose Game Mode. From here we need to click Original and then click Advanced Setup. Now, if this is the first time that you're doing this might take a little while to initiate, but once it comes through, you will see some leagues are already selected. We're going to delete off all the leagues that we have not got the databases for, and we're going to click Add and Remove Leagues for those leagues. So we downloaded Italy and Spain as a example alongside England. And in the top right hand corner, you're going to notice that under Africa, there is now a flag, which is Mauritius, and it says FMRTE custom start date. Check that box and click confirm. Once it goes back to this screen, we need to make that league view only. You can then set the game up how you want down here. You can have the database size that you want. But the next important thing to do is click on the game start date. We then select FMRTE custom start date, and towards the bottom you will see early 2024 pre-season, 1st of the 7th 2024. If we click on that, it will then change to that in the box, and you will choose original, click start game. It will tell you have selected 9 leagues from 4 nations. The game will start in July 2024. Click start game and it will set up the database. Now, depending on the speed of your computer, this might take a couple of minutes. The first time that you do it, it tends to take a little while to initiate the databases and get everything together. But once it fires up, we'll be able to show you exactly how we're going to start in 24-25. Once the game goes past the initialization stage, you're going to land on your manager profile. Now from here you can enter a brand new profile, or if you have one existing, you can just click use profile. Once you go past that screen, you will now land on the leagues that you have selected. So for example, I picked England as one of the leagues that I would look at, and we have got the Premier League in front of us. The first thing that we're going to notice is that Ipswich, Leicester and Southampton are now part of the Premier League, and that means that the league update part of this has worked. But we can go slightly further. If we click on Southampton, for example, we can see it's now the 1st of July 2024. If we click on the Premier League, we can see that the league table has been reset for the new season. However, if we click on stages and go back to the 23-24 campaign, the game knows that Manchester City won the league with 91 points. They beat Arsenal by 2 points, and that Sheffield United got relegated with 16 points. So at this stage, we now know that the league updates work, the custom start date works. The last thing to check is transfers. If we go to Liverpool, we know that Liverpool only made 1 transfer in the summer transfer window, and that transfer was Federico Chiesa. Here he is as a member of Liverpool. If we go to Kylian Mbappe, who was probably the most high-profile transfer of the summer, he is now a member of Real Madrid. So we know that the transfers work, the league updates work, and the custom start date works. There are a few caveats to this way of updating though, and I have to go through those before I wrap the video up. The first of which are loan deals. So this was initially built based on the 23-24 season. So the data updates think that the season is 23-24. So jumping forward a year makes the game think that all of the loan contracts would finish on the 30th of June 2024. As we're on the 1st of July 2024, it has now effectively cancelled all of the loans. So like Raheem Sterling here would be on loan at Arsenal for the 24-25 season. Unfortunately, he has returned to his parent club as it thinks that that loan has expired. It's not a massive one. I know there are some big players on loan and it might be a deal breaker for some people. For me, I find it absolutely fine. The next thing to go back to is if we go back to the initial manager team to manage screen, there is a chance that Southampton will not be in the Premier League, and it could be West Brom or it could be anybody else who was in the real life playoffs. And the reason for this is because even though Football Manager is good, it cannot predict the outcomes of playoffs, European competitions and domestic cups. So there is a chance, if you dig a bit deeper into the data, the FA Cup winner might be wrong, the Champions League winner might be wrong, and the playoff winners in certain leagues might be wrong. If that's a deal breaker, then all you have to do is go back out of the game, reload the game, and wait for Southampton to appear in the Premier League, and you know you're good to go. On average, it takes a cycle of about 3 or 4 attempts, and the game, 9 times out of 10, will get it right. So that is pretty much everything done. As I said, we are now looking at a fully updated 2024 start date with transfers, league updates, and that custom date in place. If you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I am on the road to 10k. Also, don't forget support all of the great content creators out there. Sortitoutsi have done a great job with their database updates, and Cultured Left Foot has done an amazing job to get all of those real fixtures and results into the game, and also his custom start dates for us all to use. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video.